Hi, guys. I hope you're having an amazing, beautiful, positive day. I'm sending you so much love and so much peaceful, balanced energy. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, my name is Misha. I talk about feelings, understanding your feelings, mastering your feelings to become the best version of yourself. So there's this viral video going around on TikTok of this girl filming herself at the gym, and this man clearly does not want to be filmed, but he really aggressively handles the situation, and she reacts to how he reacts to her. And I made a stitch video about it, and I wanted to share my personal story and why it is so important to not react back to somebody who is coming at you with that type of aggressive tone. I think it's a very important message because your life could be in danger. And I found myself in a situation where I was attacked by a stranger. And we're going to get into that in a little bit, but I want to play the videos first. So let's watch these together.
Am I gonna be in the fucking background and break your fucking phone?
What the fuck is your issue, bro?
I don't like to be in the fucking background.
You're not gonna be in the background.
You better not be able to smash your fucking phone.
Fuck off, you bitch.
So as you can see, the guy is not wanting to be filmed, which is fine. A lot of people don't want to be filmed at the gym, and I think that we should definitely respect people's privacy in a public space like that. If you are going to be filming yourself in the gym, make sure it's in a secluded area where you aren't invading people's privacy, and maybe go at a time when there's not many people in the gym, just be mindful of the people around you. But what I do want to bring notice to is how she reacted to that man. And first, let me share my stitch so that we can move right into a story time of how I was assaulted by a stranger in the middle of the night.
You're not gonna be in the background. Fuck off, you bitch.
I know everybody watching this was like, yeah, girl, you stand your ground. You go, girl. But I'm going to be honest with you. I did this one time, and the man that I barked back at, he came up to me, punched me in the face, threw me on the ground, ripped my fingernails came off, punched me, kicked me on the ground, and he attacked me. So my advice is never bark back. Never say anything back. Just, it's for your own safety, because people are unhinged, and as women, you never know what that person could do to you. So, you got to see it from a different perspective, because your life could be in danger.
So it was a random day in the summer. There was an all-white party where everybody dressed in all white. And I go out to this party with my girls. We have a great time. After the party, we go to Spadina for the late night eating. There's like late night Chinese food restaurants there. So we went for Chinese, and when we came out, it was late, maybe 1, 2 in the morning. My girl and me were walking up the street on Spadina, and this man came from behind and started yelling at us. And I turned around and I yelled back at him. He came running right at me, and I turned around and I saw him running towards me. He punched me right in the nose, grabbed my hair, threw me to the pavement. 2 of my nails completely ripped off, completely gone. He kicked and punched me on the pavement, and my friend and me were both screaming. She was trying to get him off of me. And after he had ran away, we were just kind of sitting there in disbelief. My brand new all white outfit that I had just bought hours earlier that day, covered in my blood. And I'll never forget that day. It just happened so quick, happened out of nowhere. And seeing this video of that girl at the gym with that man brought me back to that time in that space. And I'm so happy that nothing happened to her, because you never know the mind frame, the state of mind, the whatever somebody is going through. You never know what they can do. And in my case, I had no idea that that man was going to attack me. I never said anything rude to him. It was one of those shut the F up moments. And I guess he had a bad day and decided to come up and attack me. The reason that I'm making this video is because I saw a lot of people commenting on her video and cheering her on and saying, yeah, girl, you stand up for yourself. Like, you go, girl, and really like cheering for her and how she reacted to the situation. And I completely felt like people don't understand the severity of the situation, being that could have gone totally wrong. Because people are unhinged, you never know how they're going to respond or react to things. And so looking back on my, attack, I know that if I had not said anything, if I had just kept quiet, kept moving and pretended like he didn't even exist, I probably more than likely would have not been attacked. And so when I see her reaction in that video, I want to let everybody know that not responding, not reacting, not saying anything could potentially save you from being attacked. Now, luckily, it doesn't look like that's what happened in that situation, but I do know that gentleman got banned from his gym. You just never know how somebody is going to react, because that man could be out there plotting on the downfall of that girl just because of that. Not only that, he is a viral video on TikTok now, and you never know how he could be processing that, right? Because people are unhinged and they're unpredictable, and you just never know. The other thing is people were saying that I'm teaching people how to be submissive and not speak up. There was a couple comments of people that have mentioned that on my video. I think my video is at about 75,000 views now, and there's a ton of comments on there of people being really kind, really supportive. But then there's also a lot of very concerning comments on there. As far as me teaching people how to be submissive, the thing is people don't understand what I mean when I say do not react and do not respond. Now, in the moment, do not react, do not respond. In the moment, because that could be what saves your life, right? Now, as far as taking matters into your own hands after the fact and, making sure that that person isn't just let off and able to just act that way and have that type of behavior in public, if you feel like they are not a safe person to be in that type of environment, there's things you could do, like go to management, speak to management, file a complaint, those type of things, right? But as far as in the moment when that is happening, the best thing that you can do is to not react, not respond, because that could set that person off, right? And there's a level of self-mastery that we have to heal into in order for us to be in our power and be detached from the things that are happening to us in our life, right? So therefore, I'm able to separate myself from the person and see them clearly without being emotionally triggered by them, right? To be unbothered, to be in your power is to be unbothered. Like Neo in the Matrix, right? You're able to dodge bullets. This way you're able to see clearly, and you're able to be calm, and you're able to think rationally and move rationally in your life instead of reacting based off of words and other people's energies and being manipulated that way. And a lot of people don't understand this, and I recognize that in the comments, because most people in the world are not emotionally mature. I myself understand this because I wasn't always emotionally mature. I was a very reactive person. And that's what landed me in the situation of being attacked by a stranger, because I was emotionally reactive. And So we have to teach ourselves how to respond instead of react to things in our life. And by responding in this scenario, it would be to remove yourself from the situation. A lot of people, they live in ego. And so by walking away from that situation, they see that as a loss because their ego would be hurt. And the ego is what, gets a lot of people in trouble. When you don't live in ego and you're unbothered and you're separate, you see people for who they are. I see the person who attacked me as somebody who's miserable, somebody who's unhappy and doesn't love themselves, most likely hates themselves, because people that love themselves would never hurt somebody else. And because of that, I feel pity for that person. And, instead of reacting and being annoyed and upset and getting hurt and feeding into that person's energy, you're able to just be detached, be calm, cool, relaxed, in your power. And then you're able to respond instead of react in the situation. Therefore, you are in the power of your life. A lot of people don't understand this because they're raised on reaction, And I'm scared for the people in my comments section, especially the women that disagree with my video and they say that they would still yell and cuss and fend for themselves if they were in that situation, because you just never know the state of mind of somebody. You never know. You never know whether that person had a bad day or not, or maybe they're on medications, maybe they're not, maybe they forgot to take their medication. Like, you just never know. And so take advice from somebody who has gone through an unfortunate event, myself, where I wasn't so lucky in the situation. I did have somebody else, people on the comment section, ask if I pressed charges. The police could not find the man who attacked me. He ran away after the attack, and it was late at night. The police showed up not too far after the attack, but not enough time for them to find him. And I did leave the country after that. So it's been years. That was in 2015. Would I have pressed charges? Absolutely. But I do know that God definitely handles the situation, because if that is somebody's character and he's able to do that to a stranger on the street, I know that he's gotten himself into some other trouble in his life. And to be honest with you, I forgive that person because I'm able to see things from a detached space. I see that man as a sad loser, like I do. I see him as a loser. And I pray that, God, he finds the presence of God in his life and changes his life around, because that's a dangerous person to have on the street if he could just attack a random person out of nowhere. So last thing that I want to say is that I don't really talk about like the traumatic events of my life. If you guys follow my podcast, then I talk about healing and self-mastery work, but I don't really share like the moments of the things. And it's because I just don't want a pity party. Like, when you're somebody who you've healed and you're a whole totally new version of yourself, you don't want to be dragged back into the past and have the past be a topic of conversation when it's something that you've already moved past, you've already moved from, you've already healed from. But I do know that there's certain things about my story that are very important, because they're the part of my story that are here to help the people the most. And so if those of you are going to be in the comments saying, I'm so sorry this happened to you, I want you to know that I truly, wholeheartedly, without a shadow of doubt, believe that my soul came here to experience all of the things. There is nothing that I would change about my past, nothing, because all of it has led me to this moment, this very now moment, where I am the woman that I am today because of everything that I've gone through. And I choose not to be a victim. I'm not a victim. So I don't like to talk about things that have happened to me, because it keeps people in victim state. You have people feeling sorry, or wanting to see if you're okay. And when you've done the healing work on yourself and you're no longer in victim consciousness, you're able to forgive the things that have happened in your life, take your power back, and move forward. We move forward. To forgive the person that's attacked me, that's a way of moving forward. I didn't forgive him to forgive him. I forgave him so that I can move forward in my life. But a lot of people stay stuck in limbo because they're unable to forgive and move forward. They stay in victim consciousness. They let that person or those people or the things that have happened to them have power and control them in their life. And I just will not do that. So this is all I'm going to share on this topic. If you guys have questions, I am willing to answer those questions for you. But as far as me going deep into a conversation about it again, probably not. I'm not the only one that's been attacked by a stranger. I just feel like it's an important conversation for me to share, to potentially help and save somebody else's life who could be in a situation similar to mine. I hope that this video found you well. I hope that this video saves somebody's life. I hope that this video, you remember when you're in a situation like this where you find yourself with an aggressive person and you don't know how to handle the situation, it is to not handle it at all. To remove yourself, be in your power, remove yourself from the situation, be unbothered, and then make a rational decision as to what you should do, what steps you should take after that. But get yourself to safety first. Anyways, guys, I hope you have an amazing, beautiful, positive day. If you're interested, I have a podcast, Feels with Meesh podcast. You can search that on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and more. I also post them weekly on YouTube here. If you guys would like to have more free healing content, I have a TikTok page, Feels with Meesh, and I also do personal sessions. If you would like to do a one-on-one, you can email me, booking@feelswithmeesh.com. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing, beautiful, positive day, because you absolutely deserve it.
And explain this to the blind. May you wake up from inside, see the truth through the third eye. Let your heart be your guide, light up the way. Let your heart be your guide. Free from your pain, it ain't a mistake, 'cause you choose your fate.